Oh, okay, man. What's up, everybody? Um, I thought I wasn't gonna do no more videos of like until like a couple months from now, like a new month from now. But I mean, this video is proving the point that um, you shouldn't marry black women in general because their whole agenda, their whole living life is about getting over on men and thinking this mindset of I need to get over on you before you get over on me. And this is the subjugation of them literally just dealing with all the same type of dudes over and over and over again, and they project that to everybody else. And the people who listen to all this stuff are the women who wants to go after the same type of men, and then they project it onto other women, and it's like an affection, right? So this was this live of this woman and this other woman, and this woman proceeds to say, she proceeds to say that she looking for a next guy for her. She looking for a stepdad for her kid because her husband, her older 65-year-old husband, is in his deathbed dealing with the coronavirus. So she want to have a plan B just in case he dies. Now, I was kind of looking at this and thought it was a joke, but the lady in the live said it wasn't a joke. She pretty much confirmed it that it wasn't a joke. She said it wasn't a joke, and she wanted to leave her husband before he passed away from coronavirus. And then, mind you, this is a woman who has a live that has at least like 1,000,000 something people on it, right? And to me, it's kind of exposing everybody in our community who tells you to stay away from these motherfuckers, right? So at some point, you have to look at it and say, why they're telling on themselves, why they're presenting what they're gonna do to other people to themselves, right? So you have to ask yourself, right, that how stupid are these broads? How dumb are they? Why would you tell your plan to the world? And what makes it worse is that a lot of the women in the shade room comment section was agreeing with her. So this is something to tell you guys that the guys that are married, they're stuck in that situation because their woman probably cheating on them. A lot of these dudes who on the black manosphere side who talk about marriage and talking about stuff, they would never put a PI on their wife for 3 months and see what kind of shit she doing under the table behind his back. They're promoting marriage. They want to make sure that everybody is looking at marriage in the sunshine rainbow. Then you got these old ass niggas coming in there like on DJ Kuda's panel talking about you fighting and doing all that crazy old school dumb shit. Don't know the laws, don't know everything, and Zero breaks it down to them, but they don't care. So I want all the younger generation, because I'm by a few years from my 20s. So I'm still in the generation, but I'm not in my 20s anymore. But I'm only a few years removed from my 20s. So I understand what being a 20-year-old have to go through. We doing the same thing. This has been going on for years. And the old dudes will always try to get this stupid ass advice that will get you clammed up or you wasting a lot of money, and they don't be around when you're going through pain and heartache. MOT is the guy to listen to. Zero is the guy to listen to, and those are only two guys that I can think of. King Sigma, he's a cool guy to listen to too, but he ain't more about the red pill, blue pill stuff. He's about like, history and exposing what they would do for the white guy and what they won't do for the black guys. But for me, it shows you a truth on how they view black men. They view black men as somebody to get over, somebody to disrespect, and somebody they can just get over on. But everybody else, they can't. They don't want to do that. So I'm gonna show you the screenshots and stuff, and then I'm gonna end this video. He's 65, says, I don't blame you. You're plan B. And all the women are laughing about it and giggling. And be right, she should be. Men do this all day, every day, and don't bat an eye. This is a chick who probably dealt with a certain type of guy, and now she projecting her anger, her bitterness onto everybody else. No one tells them to pick somebody, but this is what they do. They pick the wrong guys and then end up being mad at the world and think everybody's trying to get over on them. And men counter this by not dealing with them or coming up with their own plan, thinking that all of them do it. And it's no way to live. This is why I don't like when Edward Anderson talking about you be blue pill, you be red pill for black chicks, but you be blue pill for other races. No, it's more like you de-stress yourself by being with other races of women. Not that you have to. You can put precautions, but you don't have to be this stressful thinking somebody trying to get over on you, right? Exactly. I never walk around with my head in the clouds. How do he would do the same to her? I'm loyal to myself, period. I'm loyal to myself, period. He's 65 years old, picking a younger woman. These chicks, man. Facts. The solution be men, but not your men. Be real. I bet real money their relationship wasn't all that solid to begin with. Men are disloyal to begin with, and women do stuff like this as a recourse response. Everybody dogging this woman out and sounds dumb. We don't know her life, but guess what? She don't know the life of the guy. But she judged the guy and said the guy are disloyal, and she put the same guys in the same category. Look what they do. Sounds bitter. Go some healing from you. Who hurt you? Finally, somebody actually countered her. I never sound naive though. Y'all keep living the dream. Don't let me stop you. In the meanwhile, head to my YouTube channel for the real tea. So she literally poisoned a whole group of women in order to go to her YouTube channel to sell her poison to everybody. And you wonder why nobody want to touch black women nowadays. Because now they projecting this attitude like this from the older generation. I'm gonna show you her YouTube channel, her Instagram page soon enough. This shit is ridiculous, man. Was looking for your comment. Now, ma'am, I don't take life advice from people with poor character. Thanks, though. At least we got a few of them. Like I said, 5% of these women actually know. 5% of these women actually know what it is. But guess what? Look at the likes and look at the likes compared to the woman who's wrong. She get 20, get 13, get 17. This chick got 9 likes. If all black men jump off a bridge, does that mean that all black women should do it? Just saying, right? This is adding to the problem, not helping, not solving it. But men have done this to her. That's all that matters. Some of y'all so bitter. Exactly. I don't think men will be finding another woman while they wife in a hospital, especially if they have a 9-month-old baby. Men flirting with nurses in their bed, on their deathbeds. Ask female nurses. We got a cut in the room. Yikes. They will be finding another woman while the girlfriend is labor. I seen it. Oh, so they don't never clarify the type of archetype they talking about. They trying to blanket this whole situation onto all men. Not just onto the men, the category of men that women pick. And this is the reason why the red pill men and all MGTOW and SYSBM, we talk up for this, because they keep putting this image out of that everyone does this shit. So when people like Super Sly or people like Reg the Bad Guy or Seek Boogie try to put this blanket shit on everybody else, They say, why you talk about women all the time? Why you talk about women all the time? Why you talk about women all the time? Well, guess what? They're doing this and they put blanket statements on everybody, and they're not making clarification on, wait, these are the men they dealt with, not the men, not the every black guy. Everyone is bashing your comment, but I understand where you're coming from. You ain't bigger. You need to heal. You learn how to survive. Men are disloyal and selfish. That applies to about 80% of them. Women are learning how to keep up now and hate it. Men do it all the time, and their wives be good and alive living in the house. They be having replacements. So who are we talking about now? We're not talking about certain dudes. Now they said men. They never clarified and said certain men. This is why we have to keep countering their points and keep making videos like this, which I'm getting tired of, Ashley. But there's more of the newer generation that need to learn these lessons and show that these women don't clarify. So you shouldn't clarify when you talk about them, because these dudes want you to believe that if you leave and walk away, that the narrative is not going to change, and you should just go through this field of bullshit while every other race think we the same, because these women aren't promoting that all of us are the same. So it makes it harder for us to navigate in other cultures and navigate in other places where we would fit in. But then they look at these women's narratives and say, okay, that guy might do the same thing to me. I don't know her business. She has no room to judge. Like she had her husband, and she's very realistic. So now God has a plan. So just in case hers like anybody else. So these chicks use God as a way of trying to justify they selfish reasoning, right? Big facts. Morals is based on you, not them, and what you're doing. Only you will answer to God. Separating hurt from someone else's situation. What happened to your morals brain? Why does you have to be off the strength how someone is moving? There are more serious things in life than conducting someone. He's a man and he's the man in your life. Fucked over. Now all men have to pay. Finally, some dude talking some sense. Men do this all the time. You must not heard stories about the nurses and husbands and sick patients. See, this is just look at this. And you wonder why a lot of people are leaving. You know why a lot of people are dating outside. These women they're bad at promoting themselves. And then the women, the so-called good women, are bad at countering this shit. Like, you should, if y'all really want the men to come back and y'all want to sit back and say, oh, the men is this, y'all should be doing this. They should be doing these videos just like I'm doing. All the comment sections, all the comment sections that talk about black men, all the stuff that happened, you should be out here doing this. But instead, y'all not doing anything at all, right? Now, here we go. I don't see an issue. Guys do this to females all the time without the girl being in a hospital. So for some reason, it's supposed to. So this is one of the things that I always see with these women in these feminist movements and these mentally fucked up women out here. They think they're men and they think they can do what men can do. They think that they can do what men can do better than men. And then when they realize that they can't age like men and they got a time limit on their bodies, then they want to act like they want to go and do something different, right? This is fucking ridiculous, man. And I'm it's clearly this combo before the husband and wife. Clearly it's necessary combo to the age different. But she had to say it differently for the sensitive folks. Sis not playing for the slips into plan B on hand just in case. She just said it out loud. That's all. Y'all be thinking it. She's a good wife. She's the GOAT for being so brave and honest. That I'm into the streets. Did she mean this? Blah, blah, blah. See? She tired of people asking questions. And mind you, this is these are the profiles of these females. Like, they're all older chicks trying to pass this dumb shit down to the younger chicks, and the younger chicks are eating it up, and they don't understand that, like, they're polluting the dating scene, and this is what makes people their age get away from them. And this is the clarification that you guys need to stop believing these old piece of shit farts, and start believing the younger generation that live in this shit. And these women are poison. You shouldn't stay in a market that's shitty to be in the first place, man. So basically, she married her sugar daddy looking for another one. She chose to marry a much older man. She should also choose to honor and respect him. Okay, yeah, a lot of small percent of good women saying this. Absolute. This is what's wrong with relationship these days. No compassion, no respect, no loyalty, and tell them no emotions. So that's about it, man. I'm trying to tell a lot of people out here and teach the younger generation not to believe these old piece of shit fart motherfuckers who try to sit you and send you in a fucking landfill. Like MOT had some videos about them sending you into a plane and a minefield getting shot up and whatever, and you're doing everything they're telling you to do, and they keep telling you to do it, and they keep telling you to do it, and you getting shot up and killed, and they just looking and keep telling you to do it, and they sending more and more newer fresher people in there to get killed. So like I said before, at least I'm breaking it to you in a different manner. I'm not taking the game changer route of showing you videos and making it about certain things. I'm showing you the reality of it. This is social media. This is what you should be doing. You should be monitoring social media like the Shade Room, where all these women congregate, and you should look at their pages, look at what they are, look at where they come from, see if they nerds or not, see if they what they pass, see how many people that likes the post, because this gives you a clarification on the mentality of these women. Because online, you don't need a lot of energy. You don't need to pretend to like a post. You don't pretend to need to like a comment. You don't need to troll to like a comment. These are these women's true feelings. These are these women's true nature. They're around women. When women are around other women and they're comfortable, even online, when they think nobody's watching and when they think nobody's going to screenshot them, they show you who they really are. I want somebody to start doing this, where they posting images in social media, the stuff that these women do and say, man. But I think I'm going to be the only one to do this. And like I said, I wish I can edit, or I wish I could find somebody who couldn't edit. I would make a whole compilation of all the screenshots I got of these women saying this shit, and I would just be done with it for a couple months. And I will move on to something else, like reviews for stuff. And even if I don't get no views or none of that stuff, but I'm going to go back to that stuff. But the fact is, I like trying to help the youth with live action shit, because Twitter and all these other social media sites are a gold mine on what these women think now. I'm not bringing videos from 1984. I'm not telling you about none of this other stuff. And there's no shot at Game Changer, and there's no shot at all these other people. But the fact is that they never show you real live things that happen. The situations actually show you what these women think when it comes up in real live time in this period. You can't have these blinders on and think that it's just because somebody pretending to be something that they that. So that's it.